So it's the end of February as of filming this, which means it's pretty much the end of Black History Month. Unfortunately, of course, we get the shortest month of the year. But anyway, I'm not here to dwell on that. I am here to let you guys know that I'm turning in my black card. I'm handing in my black card to you guys because it's time. For those of you who might be confused, a black card is essentially a collection of experiences that you have as a black person that helps you connect to other black people. So that could include things like the music you listen to, the food you eat, like, cookouts, all that stuff, all that external stuff. But I'm not turning in my black card because I'm self-hating. I hate myself. I hate being black. That's absolutely not the case. I'm very proud of being black. If I could do it over again, I would choose to be black over again. But I'm connected to my culture in a way that's not superficial. I'm connected to my culture in a way that's grounded and real, not superficial. And unfortunately, just the general culture in America, especially, I haven't been anywhere else, so I can only talk about my experience in America. You're made to feel like you're caged. You can only do certain things because that's what people are going to expect from you. There's a lot of media that's put out that features black people and different races. White people are going to see that media, other people of color are going to see that media, and they project that onto you. So that becomes your box. You're put in this confined space where an imaginary space. You're put into this imaginary space where you're expected to speak a certain way, you're expected to carry yourself a certain way, and you're expected to maybe even dress a certain way. Just all of these things are put out to control you. Just a little background about myself. I was born in Alabama, but my family, we've moved around and we've been in a lot of different we've been in a lot of different environments. In some of those environments, I've been the only black person, in the room. I've been the only black person in in this class, stuff like that. And a lot of times people, they really only interact with people, with black people, through social media or movies. So when they see you, that's what they're expecting. And when you show up as yourself and you show up not being what they're expecting, it's almost like they feel the need to kind of put you in your place. I've been growing up in school, I've been told to my face that you don't act black. Why are you acting white? Like, this is real stuff that has been said to me before. And and that's a whole thing in itself. What does it mean to act black? What does it mean to act white? But those are things that have been said to me. And even back then, it was hurtful. And now thinking on those times, it was hurtful because it's like, what do you mean? I'm trying to navigate life the only way I know how. But like I said, people have been programmed to only expect these very arbitrary, superficial things from you as a black person. And it's not just white people and other people of color. I want to make that clear. Black people definitely have a hand in confining other black people. I've been in spaces with black people where I've been made to feel that I'm just not doing enough to contribute to the overall black experience. I'm not listening to this type of music, or I don't know about this random movie that came out in the 90s. You know, just random stuff like that. And I know people are joking. Sometimes people are joking, but I do think sometimes in those jokes there is some there's some seriousness in that. And sometimes people will, you know, feel uncomfortable around you. They won't always they'll make it clear that they don't really mess with you like that. I feel like that's the best way I can say it. People will make it clear that because you're not doing certain things, that they don't really mess with you. They see you as self-hating, so they're gonna ostracize you. They're gonna make you feel bad. They're gonna make you feel weird, and it's just it's an unfortunate thing that I don't think is ever gonna go away, and it's really sad. It's crazy to be black and you have to convince people that you're black. I just think that's such a crazy thing. And even other nationalities and races, I'm sure this is something that you might have experienced. You know, I've had conversations with people who are Hispanic or Latin. I hope I'm using the right term, but I've heard that Hispanic is more respectful. But I've heard from people that, you know, they didn't grow up in families where they spoke Spanish, so they go around certain relatives, or they maybe take a trip to Mexico to see family, and they're made to feel bad about, you know, not speaking Spanish, and people are trying to make it seem like they're not connected to their culture, and that's just not the case. You know, the cultures of black culture, Hispanic culture, whatever culture, there's so many things to choose from and enjoy, but if I'm not enjoying certain things, that doesn't mean, you know, I hate being black. It's a crazy world we live in. And I really wanted to just make this video to inspire other black people who have maybe experienced some of the same stuff I've experienced, that, you know, it's okay to be interested in tech, or it's okay to be interested in Disney, or just whatever. We have the capacity to do so many different things, and we can't let society box us in and confine us into certain spaces because, you know, they're black spaces. But yeah, yeah, like I said, you guys can have my black card. It's just not something I'm interested in entertaining anymore. I'm at a place in my life where I'm learning to be more comfortable with myself, and I'm learning to do what's natural to me. And I mean, to be real, at the end of the day, I'm still going to have to wake up and decide if I want to pick my hair out or if I want to use a sponge. I'm going to have to decide if I want to use Burt's Bees or Vaseline. You know, at the end of the day, I'm going to have to figure out how to navigate this world as a black person, because that is how people are going to perceive me, whether I listen to a certain type of music, or, you know, whether I'm wearing certain clothes, you know, or not. So, I don't know. I'm hoping that this video really reaches people that are going through the same thing. And if you have similar experiences, and like I said, maybe you're Hispanic, whether you're Asian, and you've been made to feel like because you're not interested in certain parts of your culture, that you feel like because you're not connected with certain parts of the culture, that people are judging you for that. People are trying to, you know, make it seem like you have no place amongst your people. So, yeah, let me know. And I don't want this video to get too long, so that's all that I have on my mind. I'll see you guys another time.